You know what I mean? Wala.
Buona.
Niyaki. Janet. Halito. Sio.
Nice. Buenos dias.
Madawaka. Kunumante. Ansti hunterish. Stongosh kanyescha. Buena.
Mm.
Did I leave any out?
Well, I think you
I think
got
I
most
got
of
them
them.
all, huh? Kickadoos.
Talking in tongues.
Kickadoos.
There you go.
Well,
It's 5 languages.
just the bad words. Yeah. But well, we have a special guest today coming live from here, 1950 South Shepherd in El Ghetto, Helltown.
Really nice.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, what's up, everybody? My name is Zachary Blackow, and I work in the Department of Health here with Barry in the prevention programs. And this is my first time in 2025 being up here on the culture couch with you. I haven't been here since I think October, so I always feel a welcoming presence, and we always got that good stuff burning here. So I just get the good vibes, and it's gonna be a good day with Barry. I can feel
Mado. Got that good going.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, I need that good stuff today. There's a lot going on in the world.
Well, we're happy to have you on. Yesterday we had Kara and Tatum come up
Yes, I did.
and, shared their, they always have good words and I like their subject matter. I like, the way that their banter, back and forth. I like the way that they make it their own, I don't know, like, I'm like, as long as you read the meditation, like that's all. Like you do whatever you want. So they just want to say, big thank you to them.
Yeah.
Aho, Naish, Mado. I appreciate them coming through. And we kind of killed two birds with one stone. Because we do Women's Wednesday also.
Yeah.
So getting them to read the meditation and do Women's Wednesday like in one shot, like
Dang.
worked out good, So
I mean that whole episode that we watched was great. Just listening to them talk and
yeah,
be vulnerable with each other, and you see that connection make on screen on your phone and stuff like that. To me, just opens it up for other people to think it's
definitely,
okay. So I really appreciate them and
definitely.
how they share their story and their testimony. So thank you, Karen Tatum, for sharing that.
Yes, thank you. Well, so how have you been? Been going on since we seen you last.
Oh man, let's see. October, I think is the last time I was here. So a lot has changed. I got promoted in November.
What?
Yeah, like Lulu,
You
right?
like I didn't know?
Right?
What? What's going on?
Right? Like I didn't see you guys every day.
Yeah, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got promoted, in November to director's assistant for prevention programs. So now I can be a part of all of the prevention programs, not just 988 tribal response anymore. So I'm really, really excited about that. And just get back into a leadership position with the tribe, and kind of apply my knowledge and my expertise and my experience to this position. And I think we're doing good stuff. We're starting to
Definitely.
do good things. And personally, I've been doing great. I really feel like I'm in a great place. I know I shared this with Mello. Um, Starting like when I got back from my vacation. I don't know
Hmm.
if you guys remember.
Yeah.
We had an election in November, so I know y'all remember me doing my voter registration work, and I really did take a lot out of me. I'll be honest with you. Not just because of the hours, but because of the whole pressure and the whole climate that we're living
Yeah, yeah.
in today's political world. I just felt like I felt defeated on election night. I had that watch party here, and you put your heart and soul into something, and then when the results come out, is nothing what you expect. So I really felt defeated. I know I needed to take a break, like some self care needed to happen because I really needed that because I felt it was missing for like a week or so. But lo and behold, that week I took a trip to Cancun with my friends for a week, and I was so happy that I did that because that recharged me in ways, or recharged my spirit in ways that I didn't really know until when you get older, you realize why you take time for yourself and vacations and do it with your friends and family, like because you need that, you have to do that, and
Yeah.
that's part of this whole recovery process with me too, is self caring and learn like knowing when to do that. So when I got back from Cancun, uh, I made the commitment to myself that I wanted to be the best version of myself, healthy, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So from there, I started. I stopped drinking alcohol for there, and
Oh.
so I want to say I went on a. It was at least 50 days, right? I went with no alcohol and hit my sister's birthday, so had to go out for my sister's birthday. But I have not drank alcohol since then. This one time at probably the past over 70 days now, I believe I've been counting. So I'm real happy that I can have that self control and I don't feel the need to go out and drink and have do those like to have a substance to go out and have fun, enjoy myself. Like I just enjoy kicking at home with my dog, my family, with my cousin Josh and my sister Connor, with my nieces, my nephew. I love coming to work and being around everybody because it's just a constant reminder that I'm pushing to be my best version of myself, and wanting to be a good role model for my family, and also represent our people in good ways in all the things that we go to. And even with all this new stuff going on with our
Yeah.
politics, yet
Yeah.
again, remaining committed and remaining committed to my goal, what I want, because that's not going to stop me. So I'm in a good place right now. I want to say that I feel happy. People tell me I look happy. I think I've lost about 20 pounds since then too. So everything is going great for me so far this year. Until that federal funds freeze happened, then I was like,
Yeah.
but I think that's where we all are right now. It's just that time we're living in a weird space, but us native people, we're used to this. We're used to
Yeah.
federal government being like that with us. So it's nothing new, and that's something that's kind of kept me grounded and kept me being here. So I'm glad to be here with you today, man. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. I mean, you hit a lot of, powerful things, that you were, just it's like I like creating this space where we're able to talk about these things.
Mhm.
We're able to like that's I love the fact that we have a place that we can come and get vulnerable, and we'll have a lot of positive comments, and I'm just happy for you.
Thank you.
If anything, I'm just happy for you. You can always tell, when somebody's moving different.
Hmm.
And like I like the fact, like when I go down there and I take the smudge around, and everybody's blessing themselves, and like it's just a different energy, in your office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can feel it. There's definitely some positive things happening in your life. And you know, I think about, I'm not a big political person at all. Like I
Hmm.
probably joke around about it more than anything. But at the same time, I also understand, that I mean, I've just being from where I came from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Resi.
yeah, extra resi, realizing that like I don't know, like sobriety's kind of like once you're over to overcome the hurdles that I had to, then it just kind of seems like anything's possible. You know what I mean? Like there's so many positive things like that I can harp on, but just kind of being in the moment, understanding. I think it's more of the awareness of all the native communities. You look on Facebook, you look at all these different platforms, and I think it's just the awareness
Yeah.
and how our people are just able to know that we're gonna strive through this no matter what. So
Yes, that's like that definition of resilience, and
yes,
that's what I've been really big on recently. And another announcement too, guys. So I've been working with you or asking questions about getting my
yeah.
PRSS certification. That was a goal of mine I wanted to do, and happy to announce that next week I start my classes to get
What?
certified. Yeah, Monday. So
Wow.
hopefully after next week I'll have my certification for a peer recovery support specialist.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yes, man, I know I'm excited. Took me a while to get there because you guys know I kind of served as like a non-certified one
Yeah.
since I began my job here. But when I started the whole process and I was reaching out to you and asking you like, this is what it look like. What does this look like? And seeing other people get it. And I think one of the big things that inspired me to do it too was, and he just commented good morning too, is David Levi.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
He's like that's a family member of mine, and just seeing him and what he's been able to do with you guys
Definitely.
and his recovery and just seeing that and seeing that it's possible and going to get your certification to help people on a real level. That's essentially what my inspiration and my commitment to that is like I want to be like that for someone like that for our community. And I know in my new role, we're gonna have to continue the whole work that we started with
Hmm.
988. So
Yeah.
we're just going to figure out a way to use these things that we get from the state and continue to make these things work for our people. So I'm happy to share that with everybody. And hopefully, next time I'm on here, I'll be a certified PRSS with you.
Hey,
Yeah.
if anybody, I feel like definitely has the experience, and it isn't afraid to use that. It's got to be you. And like how you mentioned, David. He's a great example. Great example of Fry Bread Flats has he was definitely a warrior down there. But to see where where his journey has taken him,
Mhm.
I don't even think he even realized like what he was capable of, and just watch door after door open for him. And I know he's not done. So shout out to South Coast Behavioral. Did Can you read the comments and see
Yeah.
who all said good
Yeah.
morning?
So before we get too far away from everything, let's go through here. So we got good morning from David Deere.
Stongo David.
Good morning. Good morning from Tatum. Hey, good
Good
morning,
morning,
Tatum.
Tater.
Good morning from Janice Logan.
Yes, good morning, Janice.
Then we got Woody Blaine, father of
Oh,
tradition training in Lapai, Idaho. Oh, so
thank you
shout
for
out from
tuning
Idaho.
in. Yeah, Woody Blaine is like a Wellbriety legend.
That's awesome. Michael James.
Good morning, Michael James.
Then we got Rossi Harjo. Morning, Rossi.
Nyaki.
There's David Levi looking good. Good morning. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. We got Shanstar,
Good morning, Shannon.
Kimberly West.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Miss West.
Marion. And then Natalie Harjo. Good morning, Correction Recovery. Thank you, Natalie.
Oh, and yesterday was Natalie's 2 year sobriety date.
Awesome. 2 years.
So yes, 2 years
Wow.
yesterday. So I got to give a big shout out to Oshkin Yetcha.
Wow. Congratulations.
That's her Seminole name. So
Wow.
a huge accomplishment. She's been such a blessing in my life.
Oh,
She's
we know.
actually been my eyes.
Literally.
Literally been
Literally.
my eyes.
I know she has. Because I remember I saw you at Walmart. Yeah, I was like probably this close to you. And you just stared at me, didn't know who I was. Natalie was waving at me the whole time, saying hi. Right.
I'd be like, "Who was that? Was you acting cute?" Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Why were you going like that?
But no, man, she's been, I'm very, very blessed to have her in my life. But, I'm also very grateful for every sober breath that she takes. So yeah, that was yesterday. And she's been under the weather. She had flu A. She took the home test Monday, and it tested positive for flu A. So she's been under the weather. So I told her, I definitely owe you a dinner.
Mhm.
After you get done being contagious.
Right, a nice dinner,
So yeah,
like some fine dining, like the
yeah.
best or something, you know. Right? It's
Yeah.
$1.49 corn dog day. Yeah.
You ever had Wingstop? Yeah. Yeah.
That lemon pepper seasoning. Oh, I'm playing.
No, she she'll pick something good.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah. I got gift cards. Yeah. But yeah, that was yesterday. So
Awesome. Well, congrats again, Natalie. We really, really inspiring. The more people I meet through you guys that are on their recovery journey, it just continues, to convict me in my belief that it's possible, it's
definitely.
doable. So, um, yep, lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Kendrick Sweezy. Go ahead and get these good mornings, and then I'll go ahead and get into the
Nyakit.
reading.
Nyakit Kendrick.
Phyllis Hardrow. Good morning,
Phyllis the
Phyllis.
realist. Good morning. Nyakit.
And I think that's all we have. Yeah. Congratulations, Natalie. So, all right, then I'll go into the reading for today. First, we got this is February 6th, Winter Meditations with Native American Elders. And we hold on to our otuhan, our our giveaways because they help us to remain Indians. Lame Deer, Lakota. Our traditional communities and villages
Excuse me.
function on interdependence. Share the deer and give freely of what you have to another. Another way to express this principle is it's better to give than to receive. To share what you have eliminates complexity. The elders say, live a simple life. One of the principles in the unseen world is the more you give, the more you get. You can become a channel for abundance for your family, tribe, or community. A giving person sets up flow or replacement. Whatever you share will be returned to you in amount equal or greater. The Indian way is for everyone to give to another, thus, the community wins. And then today, I tend to focus on Great Spirit today. Teach me the principle of giving. Let me be your channel of abundance. Wow, man, that hits deep, man. We were just talking about that before we got on here.
Hmm.
And I think essentially, like what we just talked about before we even started this, like with the PRSS and sharing our stories and stuff, I think that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if that's the same for you. Is like being able to learn, give what you learned, and
Yeah.
give out there. I think that's what it means to me. I don't know if you wanted to add to that.
Yeah. Thank you for reading that,
Mhm.
nephew. You know what? What I think of is when I think about giving. For a long time I was a self seeker. I looked for. I feel like everybody owed me something. Like I was shorted somewhere in life, so I was gonna take it out on everybody else. I was one of those people where I always had to get over. I always had to win. You know, um, like any kind of interaction, any kind of like man, I was probably hustling my own kids. Like I don't know. Like that's when I think about it. That was my mentality. Like it's like this survival mode. Me, 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 me. The world revolved around my addiction, and I didn't even realize that this is where this my sickness had taken me. I didn't even see that this is how I was reacting. Uh, and I didn't even, I was living out of a bag, sleeping on couches, and just. just trying to survive, that day. And when you come into sobriety, then you get into recovery. Um, I think it was Woody Blaine's wife when we were in Billings. She said, if you ain't got recovery, then get it. And then when you got it, you got to give it away. And that step 12 of that service work, that where it talks about uh being a vessel of abundance, being like our greatest asset is being able to give away. I when I think about traditionally, when Cheyennes would go to war, and whoever they there were four coups that you could count. First coup, second coup, third coup, fourth coup. Whoever got first coup could, when they got back to camp, he was the first one to give away. Like, I guess it was like such an honor that for him to be recognized and honored in that way, he got to give away first. Like, and I've always thought about that. I've always, like, it means that much to us to be able to give away. When when I think about the Gord clan, and I think about, uh when we have our special, like, we always try to have it right after dinner. Like, we always want to, like it means a lot to us to honor our head staff and give away to them first. And like, to me, that's what I think of it as. Like trying to tell CNAs, we're not going to have a giveaway portion. And they're like, what? You know what I mean? Like, nah, like, it's part of it. Like, that's who we are.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, and that's what I love about Wellbriety, is it talks about getting back to our old ways, getting back to our traditions and our customs, and our just keeping in touch with our culture. And in us as CNAs, I believe that's who we are. So, you hear Mr. Coyes, Mr. Don Coyes talk about the 12 steps. How that was just the way that we lived back in the day. Before 1492, before all of that, that was how we lived. So, you know, I I think it goes hand in hand when a native decides to get sober. When they go back to their tribe and they go back to their culture and they go back to their old ways. Because before, you're blind to all of that. You don't have that clarity that you need to see these things. And whenever you're able to get there and obtain your, to hold on to your sobriety, and you get into recovery, to me, that's why it's called recovery, because you start to recover the parts of your life that you missed out on. You start to recover those relationships with people, not only your family, but people in the community. And you start building these relationships, because like they always say, the opposite of addiction is connection. You start finding that connection that you've been missing out on them, on going to these dances, going to these ceremonies, like it. And it's always about what you can give back. Like, if somebody passes you down knowledge, it's not yours to hold on to. It's, I wouldn't say it's like an obligation, but it's almost like the creator is going to put someone in front of you that that you're going to be able to pass that knowledge on, and they're going to hold on to it too, and they're going to do the right thing with it. and they're gonna pass it on to, like they're gonna carry the torch. And I that's what came to mind, whenever I read that this morning, and I thought about, that service work, of step 12. To me, that's just the native way. That's how we are. That's who we are. That's how we operated. And like I said, it not only made that person happy, but the community, the tribe. Like those good feelings affect everybody. Love is just as contagious as fear. So that's basically what I thought about. Whenever you read that. So
Awesome. No, I think that's the same for me too. Like, you're someone who gives all the time, right? Like your knowledge and your story and everything. Melo's shaking his head no, but I think,
he would. Yeah.
yeah, from the perspective of somebody who is seeking to begin that, or wants to start that but doesn't know how, or wants to be connected to something, because we're just walking around here lost and we have no really connection to family, to culture, tradition. You just kind of go to work, punch in, come back, live your life. And I think that's something that I know my personally myself got caught up in. I just thought that's what life was. And meanwhile, I'm also going through all this turmoil personally, like, and then I get all this grief happening, and then you have life things that happen to you. And when you're searching for answers, I think one of the things that I grew up that was raised in me was always like is respect your elders for one, but if you need help, go talk to your grandma or go talk to your grandpa. Or
Yeah.
anytime something bad happened, it was always that. And my grandma Sidonia on my blackout side, she's always served as a woman of faith, right? And
Always. Yeah.
she always came back to her faith and was like faith in family, faith in God, and faith in yourself for continuing to go on to continue your journey on and not giving up at all either. So reading that reading, it kind of just let me know that I'm on the right path once again. Like every time I come up here, like I get real philosophical when I read this, because it's almost like it's telling me something too. Because I know you feel it with me when you have to get up and speak in front of people,
Yeah.
or when you're asked to go do something. Um, you kind of get that imposter syndrome, like you feel like, why me? Or how come I have to be the one to share? Or how come these people go ask me, but they can't ask the other people? And you realize that, okay, your story actually hits and it actually resonates with a lot of people. And then you have all these professionals tell you, this is going to do great work. This is you get into all the what people say to you after you share your story, but it doesn't hit me till I'm alone by myself, and I'm like, so I just let these people see a side of me, and the connection you feel whenever you see people that were in the audience, like, thank you, whether they just wiping their tears off, or they're talking to you, or
Hmm.
they're keeping up with you, they're following you, and essentially, I think that's what our programs, our work is all about, and that's what my whole motivation behind working in prevention is: creating spaces and creating opportunities for our youth and our people to learn these art and old ways and to get back to these things. Because I think about the little boy I was, and how I never there wasn't as many opportunities, and I wasn't really raised around the culture, but was raised close enough to where you could ask, right?
Hmm.
But obviously life happens. You can forget a lot of trauma, especially if you have a trauma filled life. You can forget a lot of those things. And I think that's where I was for the majority of the past 5 years. And then whenever I come work here, I felt like the past 3 years working here, each year I felt more and more knowledgeable and more safe in knowing that there was things put in place by our people to get us through these tough times. Like there are ways and there are traditions, there are methods you can use whether it's self care, reaching out to family, ceremonies, dances, whatever it is. And that's another part of my recovery that I want to really tap into was getting into the dances. And I've expressed this to Mello, like I've wanted to be a part of recovery since you guys started it. I was like, but internally, I didn't feel. For one, I was still drinking whenever because that's just how I was coping with everything at the time. And I was like, I don't want to be a fraud. And two, I was like, I don't even know how to ask for the things to go dance. Like, who do I even ask? And I felt a fear.
Mhm.
So when I come ask Mello or come ask you things, that reading that we just said, like your knowledge and your things on making me feel better for asking those questions, asking where I could do it or who can do this, and then you guys just being welcoming as you are, that that heals something in me. And I know whenever I finally step out there with you guys in that circle, like it's going to be really emotional for me just because I've never done it in my life. I never got to dance, but I've always admired everyone who did it. I always, always looked up and like admired how people could go in there and do that. Especially after we started our uh, partnership with Corinne Morton, the powwow dance class.
Yeah, for sure.
Seeing all these little kids come up there that have never done it before, and seeing the parents too, just pushing their kids out there, like it's open, go learn it, like it's okay. And then you just sit there and you're like, this is like the most beautiful thing because it wasn't like that, or at least not for me, or and for a lot of people, or maybe a lot of people are just too scared. They don't want to come out and learn that. But when you meet people who are like that reading says, like you're giving in abundance and you heal every time you do something to give away, whether it's through giveaways, through knowledge, through sharing stories, there's the intention of having something given to you that way. You feel that as a person, I'm just saying, as a person asking somebody for knowledge or asking for something like that, that connects me and heals me to something. And I know, like, again, it puts me, lets me know that, okay, you're on the right path, stay on the path, don't deter away from it, and continue to believe and follow in your instincts and your beliefs. And I think that's what has led me to be here with you all and to read that reading today. Like, like I said, that just really hit me.
Yeah.
I let you start it because I was like, damn, I might get emotional if I start talking about this too fast. But yeah, I definitely that hits on a lot of different points that what I've been feeling lately. So I really, once again, appreciate you guys asking me because I know it was just on a whim. I was working on something and I was like, you know what, I can go today. I got free time today. Let me go up there and see.
Yeah.
So and just hearing it, continuing to hear the great words through Don Coyce's books and everything. And like you said, this is all based off of a culture that's been around for years,
Yeah.
years. So even through all these crazy times we're going in right now in our country right now, once again, I have a I have a feeling that everything's going to be okay. Like
Yeah.
we're going to be okay because there are ways and different things you can do to get you through it. So I believe in that. Thank you, Barry, for doing
No
that.
problem. Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you for that was great. That was great. You did it. You always do a great job every time you come up.
Thank you.
That was great. Do we have any comments before we get into these?
Yeah, let's go back where we left off. See, good reading. Good morning. Oh, my Auntie Jessie's on here. Good morning. Good morning, Jess.
Oh, my sister Jess.
And Perry Blackwolf. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Black Wolf.
Got Charlene McAdee.
Good
Not the
morning,
kids, but
Charlene.
God. Yeah, you was hustling your kids. I know he wasn't, but let me borrow 20. I'll get you back.
Yeah.
Never see him again.
That's them.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Them hustling their dad. Yeah. They say, let me borrow 20. Yeah. Like, why do you say that? Yeah. Borrow means you're going to pay it back. Yeah. Yeah. Just give me some money. We'll work better.
Let me get some. Let me see what else we got. Mary Beaver.
Good morning, Mary Beaver.
Shout out to Mary. Jen Miller. Good morning
Good
from
morning,
Burlington,
Jen.
Montana. Wow.
Wow. Thank you,
Taylor.
Jen, for tuning in.
All right. Taylor, Dawn Stagner. Love these. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor.
Um, Jamiji from YouTube.
Oh, thank you for
Nice.
tuning
Nancy.
in.
Nelly Harjo. Nothing wrong with being emotional. Thank you. Thank you, Nelly. I
Thank you,
always,
Nat.
yeah, I always get I don't cry, but I can feel it coming up here
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
And no wrong with crying. Real men cry.
Yeah.
Real men cry.
Let's see. Misty Hickson, good
Good
work.
morning, Misty.
And then Teresa Dawn, some great takeaway. Yep. Thank you,
Good morning.
Teresa.
Good morning, Teresa.
Esther, a good morning.
Good morning, Esther.
Leslie, good morning.
Leslie.
Janice, she's going to Springfield, Missouri for her first AA convention tomorrow.
Wow.
Nice. Well, be careful out with Springfield.
Yeah.
James Prejo, good morning from OKC.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, South Coast Behavioral too. I already shouted him out, but still, uh, I gave my number to a young man over there. Hopefully he calls me and leaves me a voicemail because I may not know the number. So either shoot me a text message or leave me a voicemail, and I will get back to you. So.
As soon as he can. So we got Perry Blackwolf. You gonna cry in the car? Probably. I'll do it. I'll cry when no one's looking.
Yeah.
Grand Rising is good words this morning. Blessings to all from Theta Orange. Yep.
Oh, thank you for
Theta.
tuning in, Theta.
Wow, that was a good reading, man.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so we're gonna get into
The
announcements.
announcements.
Let's see. First up, we got always Talkspace. Um, Talkspace, guys, it's always available there for you. Something that Tor and our 988 program started promoting the past couple years. But basically, if anyone is in need of therapy or therapy resources, or you're interested in learning about therapy, you can use Talkspace. It's for free too. All you have to do is sign up for an account, use the code that we give you, and then you just follow the prompts and follow whatever else on that app that gets you through there. Then they get you connected with the therapist within at least 2 days. And I know this because this is something I use for myself.
Yes.
I always continue to promote this because we're not. It's hard to promote something if you don't believe in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was going to OKC for therapy, driving 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like twice a month for my therapist over there. And then when this came out, Talkspace, I started using it, and I actually put in there that I want to be connected with a therapist who is at least has had Native American clients or knows at least some knowledge, has some knowledge
Yeah.
about Native
Familiar.
American culture and tradition. So when I got connected with the woman as an older lady, and she's from I think Dallas, Texas, and she said she knew basically people from the Comanche Nation because I guess that's where a lot of Comanche people are down in
Yeah.
Dallas. So and she named off somebody I knew. So it
Wow.
kind of like just connected me. Like it opened up me to be trustworthy with her. Like
Yeah.
okay, I can open up, be vulnerable with this person.
That's
And
cool.
ever since then, I've been on this for like a year now, therapy over a year now, and I'm telling you guys, this has been a source for me to go and just get out and whatever I'm feeling, I just get it all out. And this is definitely a method of self care, and it's available for everyone to use no matter what state you're
For
in.
free.
So if you guys want to get part of that, be sure to contact us. We can get you connected on it and show you how. So that's Talkspace in a nutshell.
And then text TOR, TOR, to 888-580-4TOR. Shout out to Brand Logics. That keeps you current with what we do as a program, gives you our, if we have outreaches or if we have meetings, it gives you time, dates, and locations. And then it gives you, keeps you in the loop with what we're doing as a Gourd clan. So, if we're, have a dance on the weekends or, it just keeps you in the know with what we got going on for the day. So I mean, it really really helps when like I'll forget, and I'll
You text that number yourself?
oh yeah
Yeah. Somebody
yeah
text them.
sitting there like that.
Because we
So
know he
yeah,
don't check his email calendar.
yeah. Shout out to Brand Logics. Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Okay. Here is a list of our talking circles. On Monday night, we have Mending Broken Hearts Talking Circle. We call it Mending Mondays here at 1950 South Shepherd here in El Reno. It is a talking circle that deals with grief. Goes through the steps. I didn't realize how big grief was a part of my substance use, and it's a healthy way of dealing with these things. So I get the most out of the Men in Broken Heart Talking Circle. And that's on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we're still waiting on a more permanent location for the meeting in Clinton. Our facilitator was having trouble with her work schedule, so that's kind of on hold for the moment. But we will bring it back in the near future. So just stay tuned for when we're able to do that. But on Thursday nights in Custer County, the next town over from Clinton is in Weatherford on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock at 810 East Cedar Avenue in Weatherford, Oklahoma. They have a talking circle at the Oxford House, and I guess that meeting is picking up steam. And then while that's happening here in El Reno at 1950 South Shepherd, at the office here, we have our talking circle. Uh, Doors open at 6:30. We start smudging. Meeting starts at 7. We usually have a pretty good crowd that shows up. So then, while that's going on, we have a talking circle for our youth, which is facilitated by Tatum, which I think is a great idea, given because a lot of people bring their kids. So we're allowing the kids to have their own space and talk about the things that, because they're all kids of addicts and alcoholics. So, I think it's a great idea. So shout out to Tatum for leading the way on that. But, and then on Friday night, we have a 12-step talking circle here at 1950 South Shepherd at 7 o'clock, where it gets in a little bit more in depth into the Wellbriety book and a little bit more action where you put pen to papers. So, shout out to all of our facilitators, Dave, Kinsey, Tatum, and we got more. That's what I love about our recovery community here, as we have so many more facilitators that if someone misses, we got a lot of people that are willing to step in
That's
and facilitate the group. So Mado
awesome. Next up, we got the Teen Dating Violence Awareness event on February 6th,
today.
4 to 6 p.m. here at the Department of Health building. It is today. And then another one on February is at 18th
Yeah.
from 4 to 6 at the Clinton ERC.
Ah,
Clinton ERC. I gotta say it right when I do it.
yeah.
But come join us for afternoon of painting and education regarding teen dating violence, open to all ages. And this event will also be live streamed and China Arapaho Tour Facebook pages and YouTube pages. So I think this is great because I also know it's Domestic Violence Awareness
Awareness
Month
month. Yeah.
for February. So just continuing to hit on these different health topics and relate it to what you guys do, I think is great because I have nieces who are in high school now and they're all starting to get boyfriends.
Ooh, what?
So I know,
Yeah.
right? I have to like check them and be like, okay, how are these guys? Like, how are they?
Yeah, for sure. You got to ask.
You just have to make sure they're aware of these different signs. Not saying kids are bad, but kids are bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
But you can like if you just they need to be aware of these certain things because I know whenever I was in high school, I didn't know nothing about
Yeah,
nothing.
it's a real thing.
Yeah,
It's a
like
real thing.
and there's no harm in just giving kids education and awareness, and I think this is something that was needed. I know a lot of people. I
Definitely.
know a lot of people have requested. A lot of parents have requested this from our Department of Health too.
Hmm.
So I'm excited you guys are doing that, and I can't wait to see how it's all going to
Yeah, I want to
all
see.
that.
So I believe we will be serving hot dogs and hot
Ooh,
links.
glizzies.
Yeah, Darian's the glizzy gobbler, so he can't go of he. I think when we have events, he'll bring his own little grill and be doing it. I will be having Indian tacos, and he wants
You want something else?
yeah he'll go get a piece of fry bread and put hot links and hot dogs in it. So
Just wrap it like a sandwich.
yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
So yeah, that'll be today from 4 to 6, and I believe we'll be making drums, right?
Oh, for tonight
We
too.
yeah, we got some. Did we put them in the water? Yes.
Wow, so you're making hand
See,
drums tonight
yeah, Darian had a list of things
too.
he wanted to like. I didn't do nothing, you know. But thankfully, Carmelo was here, so.
Well, awesome. And you actually told me I could have helped out.
Oh yeah, I'm always just gonna be sitting there till. Give me about another month and a half. I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Then I'm acting like I know what's going on. Yeah.
Stands up, walk around.
Yeah. Act like I can see. Yeah.
Nice. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
All
That'll
right.
be today.
Oh. All right. Next we got the powwow dance class. Wow, man. Like I said, I touched on this earlier, but this is something that we partnered. Their prevention programs have partnered with Medicine Bird Creations, and if you don't know Medicine Bird Creations, it's an organization that was created by Corinne Morton, and she basically is creating a space, like again,
Yes.
creating a safe space for our tribal members, our community members, just to come learn and be a part of powwow culture,
Great idea.
learn the different things about powwows. And she always has different dances at everything, whether it's gourd dance, fancy shawl, traditional, northern and southern. So all these different things that you see at our powwows here. That's something that's great. I really hope you guys can make it out. It's going to be next Wednesday, February 12th from 6:30 to 8. And we do feed at these things. So be sure to come on out. We've had some great participation in the past couple, 3 months, the past months we've been doing it. And we just hope that it continues. This hope that it continues to become something that people can come to and learn. Because once again, I'm using this as a way to connect with something too. And I told Corinne that when I started, that was I've want to get back into it, but I never knew what or never
Yeah.
knew how. And
Yeah.
she's basically just laid it out and said, "Come learn, like just come
Mm-hmm.
on, like no judgment, no judgment pass." But one thing I was not prepared for was the amount of sweat and the amount of
Yeah.
physical
The
activity.
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to follow Marshall Williamson on a grass dance routine that he does, man, and it was only for 5 minutes. And around the circle with him, and I come out, I'm all sweating with a hoodie on, and I'm just like out of breath, had to hit my inhaler.
And they're going one more. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, guys, now we're gonna do one more, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so, just learning all that and realizing, I think it's a great place once again.
Definitely.
And there's also art projects we do too. We have a beading project. I think she's starting a gourd blanket project and a shawl project too.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's different ways you can be a part and learn different things that can come into the powwow. So be sure to come out next Wednesday, guys.
Definitely. Maya Korean, man, Maya Korean's pretty cool. She I always call her the crazy horse queen. Yeah, my rugged auntie. The the crazy horse queen.
I love her. Yeah, I love her. She's a great woman.
Yeah, she's a good
Love
one.
how open she's been with us. And see, next up is the All Nations February dance.
Yes, February 22nd, I believe.
February 22nd at the Clinton ERC. Gorge starts at 2 p.m. Supper at 5 p.m. And actually, yeah, yeah, the head lady is calling her officially.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll be out there with her supporting her. I know you're gonna have a lot of people out there, and I can't wait. Because I haven't seen Connor in that element in a long time.
Really?
But I know it's something that she wants to get back to. And
Yes, definitely.
because once again, we're when you don't have a family member, that was like your connection to that, I guess. Um, when you have friends, I'm gonna call you guys friends, like that know you want to be a part. They see it
Hmm.
and they just force you into it.
Yeah.
Because I know that's something that me and her were like, oh no, what do we, what do we do? What giveaways? Do we gotta go shopping
Yeah, it's
today?
that negative. It's just that negative.
Yeah, like you try to talk
Like
yourself
you
out of
want it to
it.
be perfect.
Yeah. I know with the whole federal funds freeze happening too, she was like kind of trying to talk herself out of it again. But I was like, no, it's like we're gonna do. It's like it's something like
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure like that's just donations they get. That's not any money from our department doing
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it. Just knowing you guys continue to have these events where you connect people to something and
Uh-huh.
they can use that to help them themselves on their journey. I think that's part of this too, and I can't wait to be out there and see. So you should
Yeah,
go out there.
because most of the time no one says you can't be out there or you shouldn't be out there. I mean, at our last dance, one of my bros, he was he was feeling good, he has his struggles. But you should have seen him out there just freely just he was doing the electric slide and gourd dancing at the same time. And
Start pulling up
I
beats.
mean, and our people are so accepting that everyone was like, "That's okay." Like that's all right. Like, he had a big smile on his face. He was like in his own element, but like it was like, wow, like, it, I like to see him just, like he had a place to go and just cut up, and that's how our people are, no one tells us we can't be out there except us. We're the only ones that will put that in our head, like there's some, and everybody's just normal people out there that found a way to connect. And that's what I feel like. That's what, we've only been at it for a year, and we don't feel like no kind of experts or, but when we had the opportunity, like we all got up and we all were happy to get out there. And once we, after that first, round of gourd dance, like we were all just back in the swing of it. That's all it took was, that one time. And I feel like, you know, uh, it's been part of my recovery now. I can honestly say, like, it keeps me busy. It gives me something to think about, something to look forward to, and I can't wait to get out there and battle with you. Yeah.
Oh man, I know. Can't wait either. I think that's this is just random, but I just saw it on a meme about growing up. I grew up. I was a kid during the 2000s, so I grew up whenever you go to the club and you realize that no one handles their disputes through dance hall.
Yeah.
I was just like, dang, right? I grew up. That really doesn't
Uh,
happen. Yeah.
yeah.
When you said battle, I was just thinking about you got served and stomped the yard. I just watched that the other day. I was like, dang, they're trying to battle me.
Fight dance. Yeah.
Who's going harder?
Yeah. I was watching Footloose.
Oh,
When he's fight dancing.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it just don't happen these days. So
Right,
bring back
man.
on the yeah.
Oh man. All right. Let's go next. We got your hand drum making class.
Yes, in Thomas, Oklahoma.
Hmm,
What is the date on that?
February 26th.
February 26th at the Senior Citizens Building.
Yep.
So, people, that's my hometown. Might as well say all my family members better be there. I mean, that's my hometown. That's where I was born. That's where I was raised. That's where I got my reggae from. So, uh, I had a couple of them hit me up and was like, hey, so, we don't feel like we go there enough, and then the whole, don't even get me started on the whole ERC situation. But February, or yeah, on the 26th, we will be in Thomas at the Senior Citizens Building. Ready to make, so we're gonna be there with social services, right? So we'll be there, and we'll have enough for 20 or 25 hand drums. So, first come, first serve. But yeah, that'll be great. I can't wait. I'm pretty excited about that, to go home.
I know you guys go. a lot of great feedback from that first one you guys
Yeah, it's
did.
definitely
And I know a lot of people came out concealing Oklahoma. A lot of people came out. I was very
America.
happy to see that. Yep, God's
Yep.
country.
Yep. Well, that's Thomas, but
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. And then last we got yoga with Domingo on Tuesdays at the DOH building from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yogo.
And then Thursdays at the Concho NAC building, right across the street from the Respect Gym. Limited supply yoga mats, so you can bring your own. And this is eligible for wellness leave for all you tribal employees who are out there watching. And be sure to wear comfortable clothing because I heard this man's yoga classes will have you
He's a
shaped
contortionist.
looks like a pretzel.
Walking around. Yeah. But yeah, I had a gentleman come by yesterday and ask about it. So, and they just put out the flyer the day of, Tuesday. So hopefully, that picks up. And yeah, like you was saying, Tuesday here at the office, 1950, and then Thursday at the NAC building, both of them 4 to 5. So
Awesome.
it'll be awesome just to see Domingo be here till 5. Yeah.
Right? That man's busy.
Yeah, he's a busy man. He's in Watanga right now. He should be. He should be in Watanga right now. So
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for announcements.
yeah, we got any more
You want
any
to go
more
through the comments? Yeah,
comments?
we can go back through the comments. We can go back up a little. I want to say, oh yeah, right there. Shanna Beaver. Good morning.
Good morning, Shannon.
She said she is 95 days left.
95 days. Congratulations, sis.
Led her through 12 steps. Came to learn more about disease and myself. It's not just about my drinking and drinking, but also my character defects and shortcomings.
Definitely.
My thoughts and actions changed, and I began hearing more about the higher power through people at meetings. He spoke of his love and caring, his support and direction. And slowly, my perception of higher power began to evolve. Soon I came.
Thank you for sharing that.
All right, that was beautiful. Thank you, Shanna. And congrats to you. Good morning from Cecilia Little Creek.
See dump.
Nice. David said about to turn up on all these nephews around here. Yeah, I know.
I know.
As soon as I said that, because Jesse put what boyfriends.
I know, right?
I heard Jesse's voice. I heard Jesse's voice in my head over here somewhere.
What?
Who did it?
They killed each other. Yeah.
Started dodging.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Auntie. All right, Jeremy Harjo, congratulations to Natalie once again. And Aaron Littleman, hey Barry, and is that Zach?
Yes, that
It
is.
is.
Good
It's Zach.
morning, Mr.
Well,
Little
Zach
Man.
with an H. No, I'm playing. He spelled it Zach with a K. But yes, how you doing, Aaron?
Zachary.
Oh wait, my cousin's on here too. Looks like you went through the sweat lodge. I was talking about me sweating after that grass dance.
Heard you beat Marshall too. Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
But I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you heard.
Yeah.
Leave Corinne alone. Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Corinne's the best. Leave Corinne
Yeah, she's one of my favorite aunties.
alone. And Aaron Littleman said, "How much is your shirt, Barry?"
Well, they were 25, the Keen Sober Deadly, but that ended yesterday, right? Yeah, that ended yesterday.
T-shirts ended yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Keen Sober Deadly ones ended yesterday.
Okay,
But we try to do one like once a month. So
so just be on the lookout for
yeah, we're trying to work on getting a store of all the shirts that we've already made.
some merch.
Some merch going. So hopefully,
Do a merch drop like all these
yeah.
rappers and people do.
Yep.
You guys would have like a merch drop and contract. Everybody show
Yeah.
up.
So hopefully, we'll But yeah, they ended yesterday, but they were $25. So
Is that what they are? Probably next time too. $25.
more than likely.
All right. So let's see. Well, then be on the lookout for that. And then Darian said, "Here we go with that ERC talk." Ask him how many ERCs Gary has.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah. All right, I won't start him.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, is that it? You got anything else you wanna?
No, that's about it. David Levi says he's gonna put his yoga mat directly behind me and go, so he knows how to do it right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight for that space. Yeah. Yeah. But well, I believe that's it.
Okay, that's
Uh,
it for me.
thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you
You
for all the
all.
comments.
Thanks for letting me share it today
Yes,
and
thank you for
my
being on.
updates.
You always do a great job. And like, share, follow, tell your mammy about us.
Mhm.
And I believe that's it.
Yep. Till
So
next time, guys. We'll
I
see you
hope.
later.